Blue Ivy Moon, New York Aliens, and Candle Magic, Candle Magic, Candle Magic. What's the deal, family? What's the deal? Dream Lounge here for another one. Yes, sir. I know y'all seen Jay-Z do what he do at the Roots Picnic, and he has the internet going nuts. I got the internet going nuts. I'm gonna show y'all, or I'm gonna explain the magic behind it, the magic behind him using energy and what ultimately is happening. Because oh boy, the boy is like, hey, love him or hate him, the boy is doing some mental magic that we want to unlock and unfold. And I'm gonna read some of Panic's book to prove it, because this nigga might be time traveling too. Oh boy, talk about Jay-Z in the book. God damn. But what's up, y'all? What's the deal, man? Let's get it on, man. Let's get it on. Let me know when y'all are in the building, and let's get this thing started. So, the blue moon happened, and yesterday I did my particular ritual with a blue moon, the beers. The beers, the beers, the beers. Now, it's important for you to understand what this world actually is. This illusionary world is based off of symbolism. And if you can utilize symbols to tap into power, to tap into energy, then essentially you use the symbol accordingly. So obviously it was a blue moon yesterday, and sure enough, told the Patreon family, hey, go get you that blue moon beer, drink some, and go deep into meditation. You feel me? And there's some other stuff that, what I'm saying, I gave the Patreon family. But listen, if we're talking about being in the mental magic plane, then essentially you got to understand what this thing is. We're not talking about no health conscious stuff and none of that. We're talking about tapping in with power. And sure enough, Jay-Z pulled it off right on time. Right on time. Oh boy. I'm not gonna go over what he said because I really don't care. I just care about how he's pulling it off, his look, what he's trying to, portray, um, method acting, if you will, and the kind of energy that he's giving off to garner attention. You feel me? When one person thinks a thinks is a thought, right? One person thinking is just one thought. But what thousands of people think becomes a field.
Message.
And this field is nothing but energy. That energy becomes influence. And that influence can, move things, move people to react in a certain way. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to it. Hey, it's in the Bible. We got it in the Bible, Brother Panic book in the Bible. So I'm gonna read a lot on that. But this whole thing we call life, or this illusion, is a big game. And a lot of times what happens is we get controlled or mind controlled into not playing the game. The thing I love about Jay-Z is that he's playing the game. And he's playing it just based off of, he understands that this illusionary construct is a mental game first. And at the end of the day, it's not going to matter, right? So over and over and over again, he's changing up his image, his likeness, to be in the field, the quantum field, the energy, to influence people and to move storylines and to, keep on garnering energy, which is coming in the form of that fiat dollar money. So we got to understand what this world is. And if you're not out here playing, then shit, just keep watching. But when you're seeing people play, you just want to understand what they're actually doing and how they're actually doing it, so you can utilize it for yourself, so you can be a powerful being as well, so you can move energy, right? And so you can do your life bidding. Like, we can't even lie. Jay-Z, what he said, got the baddest girl in the game wearing my chain. They talk about even to his rock symbol. We know that this is the first eye, but even in what's it called, this is a Heru symbol. You feel me? So this just means hero, power, right? Doing your big one, Simba, going out to see who you're destined to be, trying, right? Being courageous, courage, taking chances. What do you got to lose? You feel me? I'm going to start throwing up the rock in this bitch. Shit, fuck it. Turning myself up. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? People be having opinions about stuff, especially like in the aspect of what this thing is. Like, it is what it is. Either you understand or you don't, right? Now, if you're ignorant to magic, then I can't do nothing we can't do nothing to save you, right? The information is out here. And and honestly, you know what I'm saying? People are stuck in that religious motif, which is an old, outdated system. They're still in the belief aspect of this thing. When you talk about magic and mysticism, we're talking about knowing, the age of Aquarius. And knowing is actually being in motion, trying different things. Y'all heard Jay-Z on that Roots Picnic? He kind of stuttered through some of them words when he was rapping that shit, when he was trying to freestyle that thing, trying to remember. But he tried it, he pulled it off, and now he got the internet in a frenzy. Message. I'm just telling you what it is. Get down with the mental magic, get down with the get down, and you know what I'm saying? And do you in this earth realm. Don't let nobody shun you because you're doing you. This is about you, only you. Sorry about you. All right, let's get it on. Let's get it on. But first, we got to talk about what's happening now. We're in the month of June. And shout out to Miss Blue. Speaking of the blue moon, shout out to Miss Blue. Fire build yesterday on a whole bunch of different things, especially this Juno, the Juno goddess. Now, since we're in the month of June and Juno is here, I have been feeling some particular energies that was reverting me back to a particular idea of myself. And I was like, damn, what the fuck is that? And this was like the past 3 days. Like, okay. But when I heard Miss Blue's build yesterday during the blue moon, she put it all in perspective. Hey, you got 2 ways to go. You can either go into your automaton way, where you just like trying to be oblivious to what your mission is, or you can do the heroic thing. And that takes guts and that takes power. You feel me? It says Juno is a goddess in ancient Roman religion, the protector and special counselor of the state. She equates to Hera, queen of the gods in Greek mythology. A daughter of Saturn, like Hera, her sacred animal is the peacock. As the patron goddess of Rome and the Roman Empire, Juno was called Regina, queen, and is a member of Capitoline. The traditional depiction of the warlike aspects was assimilated from the Greek goddess Athena, who was born a goat skin or a goat skin shield. So Juno is definitely what you'll say a warrior goddess, a protector goddess, but she's protecting you from yourself. So you got to understand, you got this Juno energy inside of you, and you know this is we're on the precipice of the summer solstice and Father's Day at the same day. And essentially, what's going to have to happen is you're going to have to really tap into your energy and understand it to the core. Like, are you going to make that move, make that jump to do your big one and do your heroics journey? You know what it's supposed to be. Only you know it, right? Or are you going to revert back to the same old, especially in this 10-year, zeros and ones, right? Creative sphere. Essentially, Juno is saying, look, I'm going to let you choose what side of the fence you want to go on, and we're going to make it run. So you can either lean into that old self energy in this June, or you can move into that new self energy. Now, some of the blue said that was powerful was that you're going to have some discipline about yourself, right? And you're going to have to fight off them demiurge energies that doesn't serve your greater good, whatever that mission might be. Now, going a step further from that, I'm telling y'all right now to create systems. There's no way you're going to get anything done without creating a system that actually implements your spiritual work here. You know, people got jobs, so you got to do the physical work, right? The job work, whatever, however you get money. And then your devotion work somewhere. So those three priorities should be, and then, you know, your lifestyle, your children and stuff like that. But it has to be systematized. Like when you go to a job, they put you in a system. And we understand that repetition is the true God. Repetition is the power of the subconscious mind. Something you repeat becomes ingrained in your system. Now all of a sudden you're walking around like, oh yeah, that is me. After 3 weeks, you're like, oh, this is me. Right? So there's no other way around it. Create the system and follow the system accordingly. And create it to where it fits in the lexicon of your spirit, whatever it might be. So you have a goal, right? That goal is not going to just come because you worked out for a weekend. You're going to have to figure out how to put these things into play over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I just posted on my community tab last night. I made $700 and something from Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in years. Nigga, I posted on Facebook. I just started posting on Facebook because they had sent me an email or whatever, said, hey, post, we're going to give you some money. I said, bet. Nigga, I started posting on that bitch. Old videos I did 5 years ago, 3 years ago. And shit, an extra $800. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. I put in the work back then with some creative endeavors of mine, right? That I'm still doing to this day. And it pays me still to this day. So you got to think about it like this, like your devotion work, whatever that is your devotion work is basically your purpose driven work. And whatever that is, you want to be able to just do it without looking for a reward, looking for a result on the back end. A lot of times we don't have no real love for what we're doing. But if you can find a space of, you know, being in love with what you do, then essentially it's not work, right? It's play. And spirit will provide a way for you to receive energy from it in the form of money, if that's what you need. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it'll come in different forms. It don't have to always come in money. It can come in a new relationship. It can come in, you know what I'm saying, a new home. It can come in the form of children, right? It could come in so many different forms. It could come in the form of a new job opportunity, right? That you didn't see. So whatever your purpose driven work is, do that. And I'm telling you this right now, because in this month of June, you can fall into a mentality that takes you back into the old self, right? But we want to move into our newer, more divine self, our true purpose driven work self. And just stay consistent, family. I get it, nigga. It's a battle, but you gotta have courage. The Rock in here. You gotta have courage, right? Remember, this is a symbol of Heru, courage. All right, let's get on to this Jay-Z thing, man. So the blue moon was yesterday, and it's still happening now. So you can still tap into the energy. Just go for yours. Go for yours in the aspect of understanding what the blue moon is. Remember, the moon is the subconscious mind, right? And the moon is also feminine, so that's magic. So we gotta look at this thing symbolically, right? The energy is alive because the unconscious collective says it's alive. Message. So a lot of times we're trying to second guess ourselves and overthink this thing. No, nigga, it's alive because your mind is saying it's alive. Unless you don't believe. If you don't believe, it's not going to work. So if you do believe or understand symbols, then you should say, oh, okay, here goes a huge symbol right here. The unconscious collective is calling this the blue moon. Fuck it. Let's run with that and play make believe with that energy. And sure enough, your mind is going to capitulate to the idea to form whatever ritual you was putting down. So a lot of this stuff is about, about understanding your truth is your truth. And you just got to stand on your truth. And that's essentially what I'm going to speak on with Jay-Z. Because it's just like anything. You might have a pair of lucky socks, right, that you wear all the time. These are my lucky socks. And you just had a lucky day that day. The girl just gave you her number because she was feeling down or something, but you thought it was your lucky day and shit. She just broke up with her boyfriend and she trying to get revenge on you with your ass. But you thinking it's your lucky day. These are socks. So now you wear them socks all the time. And now all of a sudden, boom, you find $100 bill on the floor. Oh, damn, these socks is going off. So now you create an egregor spirit for the socks based off of your mind alone. But it's only your mind alone. It ain't the socks. You put the energy in the socks. So we're putting the energy in this moon. And essentially, when you hear the unconscious collective, especially in the quote unquote spiritual community, speak about the blue moon, and essentially tap in. Tap in and utilize it for what it is. It don't matter what spiritual satellite comes online, right? Whatever, if you hear the unconscious collective say it, then you just need to say, okay, let me look into that, right? And let me see how I can utilize it for power. All right, let's keep it going. So May 31st brings the blue moon in Sagittarius, and with it, the most divinely charged manifestation energy the cosmos produces. Jupiter rules Sagittarius and governs fortunes, fortunes, miracles, and the kind of divine abundance that arrives through the most unexpected channels at the most perfect timed moment. I say, hey, look, there go that word, bringing good luck, blessings, reconnection, and rewards. Okay, fuck it. So again, I had got the Blue Moon beer, and I turned up in my meditation. And I drunk 3 of them hoes too. I was like, oh, damn, this thing got me kind of buzzed. Man, hold on now. Let me see what's up? What's good, God? You feel me? Go into your meditation. The darkness is the real light. So darkness is light. So when you go into your meditation, that's when you go into the unknown, the hidden information that you're trying to extract from yourself, the hidden information that you're trying to pull out. So get it in that particular way. Man, my bad, y'all. You see the comments. What's up, y'all? What's good? C. Wooden, Akim. What's up, Curbs? What's up, Dr. Lakeith? What's good, Versatile? Junkyard, what's up, babe? Nicole, not like I. Yeah, I like that. Not like I, baby. First eye. Hey, shout out to the family. All right. So we got to think. So Jay-Z did this very, very like, hold on, let me get my sound effects. God damn. Well, the Roots picnic was scheduled for a certain time, and to plan it is another thing. You feel me? But to be in sync with your universe is absolutely magic. And again, like I said, like Jay or hate him, you know what I'm saying? We got to put some respect on his name because he's pulling off something that we can kind of marvel at and see, right? He has Beyonce, a beautiful family, billions of dollars, and it looks like he's not worried about a motherfucking thing. So like this move he pulled at the Roots picnic was to keep on manipulating the energy in the form of, mental magic and mimetic magic. And I'm going to explain a lot of that right now because essentially his hair, everything is all of that. And we know the blueprint, especially with his albums, the blueprint just simply means a plan, you know what I'm saying? Carrying out a plan, carrying out an agenda. Look, I got the plan, I got the blueprint. Or you feel me? I got the design. I have the map. You follow me, right? And essentially we got to understand that if he has any kind of, notion of mental magic, then essentially he's been doing this for a long, long time. Message. And in Panic's book, which I'm about to read, where he talks about Jay-Z, I was like, damn, Panic might be visionary too. God damn, Pan. Rising in power to the God. So I'm going to read that for y'all. And yeah, it was like, damn, okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense what Jay-Z is doing. So we're going to dive into it. So the blueprint, the blue moon, right? His daughter, Blue Ivy, right? It is all a real idea of an expression. Remember, expression is the throat chakra, the throat chakra, right? Now the throat chakra is how you speak to yourself, but how you can speak things into existence. Speaking things into existence, right?
Which nigga you could never, ever, 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 ever get on my level.
How can you speak things into existence, right? Your expression in this world. And it's not only from the throat, but it's in your creative endeavors of what you're making, what you're putting down. You have to be a creator in this world or you might as well be dead. The whole essence of sex is creation. So you're a sexual being because you have sexual energy, right? That chi energy, your microcosmic orbit is a sexual essence. And basically, especially with us being in the 6 month, 6 just means sex. So you have to create right now, right? From a brainchild, from the Godhead, instead of creating a real child from your penis and vagina. Pineal pituitary, idea, adventure, new reality, penis and vagina, baby. 18 years. Hey, you good shit. Now you fuck 18. These kids might not lead till 30. Cause they ain't trying to have no job. You feel me? So they shit. You might be stuck like Chuck. Goddamn. So you want to be able to create from your Godhead. You feel me? What are you expressing to the world? How are you showing up? A lot of times people think it's just about speaking, but you can write a book, right? You can make something. You feel me? You can cook. You can dance, right? That's a form of expression. You can act, which Jay-Z does very well. And in essence, when you act, essentially it's you coming into life. So speaking as is happening right now, not speaking things into existence with the throat chakra, but speaking as like, oh, this is me right now. You feel me? Very, very important to understand the differentiation from it. Because again, you can keep on saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there one day, one day, one day," and now you're training your subconscious mind to say, "Okay, that's away from me. That's might happen, but shit, I'm reaching for it." You feel me? One good thing to follow is whenever you see something that you really admire and really like, you say, "Oh, that's for me." You make it as if it's happening for you. It is for you, right? And you're worthy of it. You feel me? Because that's an important energy to have. Like you are worthy. You're a king. You're a queen, right? And essentially, if you have to do things to make yourself feel worthy, then that's when you do your healing work, your shadow work, your chakra work, and rid yourself of the human emotions of this place to then understand that you can have whatever you like. You can have whatever you like. Message. All right, let's keep it rolling. So the blue chakra, right? The throat chakra, blue ivy, the blueprint. He says, I'm showing y'all the plan. I'm showing y'all the way during the blue moon is a thing that Jay-Z absolutely in sync with, or he planned it out. Nonetheless, he still pulled it off, and he pulled it off masterfully. And then even the Knicks being in the damn finals with an alien. Oh my God. I said, this nigga Jay-Z. I said, wait, what the fuck is going on? This nigga from Brooklyn, he about to have a concert in New York during the finals. Message. Hey, I can't make it up. So y'all tell me what's going on. You feel me? Now I thought about something and I want y'all to hear y'all's theory on it. So we know that Jay-Z taps into people's inner God, right? And in this Basquiat hairstyle that he tried to pull off, or that he did pull off, essentially he was trying to move into a more uh, let me see how I can get more creative and conscious. So that's when he did the 444 album. You feel me? When he had that Caesar fade, he was more on the drugs. Hey, look at me. Hey, this is the game. I'm showing you the game. 444 album was a spiritual album in the aspect of him, channeling something a little bit more, what I'm saying, more invisible, more mystical, right? Especially with the Basquiat and the creative artistry, right? That Basquiat is. Now, a lot of times people like to say, "Oh, nah, Jay-Z, he's just doing it for money and da 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 da," and "Oh, that is fake and stuff." Fake it till you make it, baby. Fake it till you make it. So a lot of times y'all are worried about the wrong thing. Shit, he put it out, he pulled it off. It's fake. What does that mean? Like, just imagine this. So if somebody fakes their death, right? But everybody's saying their death, that energy is up in the air as this person in transition. So the unconscious collective picks it up subconsciously. Don't worry, I'm gonna show y'all in Panic's book. You know I got the code. You feel me? Y'all know I got the code. And essentially, we just got to get off of that mission of, oh, it's fake. Oh, this is love and hip hop, love reality, all them reality shows, all of that, Portia and all of that. That's fake, right? You think Portia is really going out with Big Mike? And then, hell nah, that nigga probably hit it once. And then he said, oh, yeah, I'll be on your show. Shit, we can act, we can act. These boys be acting to what influence again more minds and minds. Now that's on a smaller level. What Jay-Z just pulled off is something on a grander level in a way of candle magic, which I'm about to explain how candle magic works in the grand scheme of things. So Jay-Z tried to pull off the Basquiat with the hair thing, right? And that was a time where he was in his creative bag and his creative endeavors and stuff like that. I'm believing that this nigga now with this fro is trying to be on some. Now this is just this is just something funny that I see, and I said, okay, yeah, that nigga is on some Doc Brown. But shit, when you think about it, that nigga been time traveling since the 1930s. So this nigga Jay-Z might be back to the future in this thing. On some like shit. I've been alive. I've been here for lifetimes and lifetimes. Shit, I'm just tapping in, or I'm just coming back to the future and showing y'all what time it is. You feel me? But let's get off of that because that's all fun and games. Let's get to the real thing. Now, I believe that Jay-Z is trying to tap into now a certain particular energy. Well, first, let me give y'all the understanding of that. So when you invoke deities or actors or celebrities or people, you carry off their essence. And you can carry off their essence when you essentially become their archetypical energy. So in method acting, essentially they want you to tap into the emotion, right? Which puts you in a particular feeling of that person. So like Jamie Foxx playing Ray, right? That's a thing. Will Smith playing Muhammad Ali. They're method acting, tapping into how they feel, tapping into their essence, tapping into all of that. Denzel playing Malcolm X. So that energy can, and you can read about method acting. That energy carries them out. Sometimes some of them boys say, "Hey," they go 3-4 weeks after their final show, after their final cut scene, where they still feel that particular vibration resonating into their spirit. So essentially, we got to understand that you can actually tap into other people's energies by invoking a particular spirit, right? And I believe that Jay-Z invoked, or is it trying to invoke now, Einstein.
Message.
I think he's trying to look in this thing and say, you know what? I want to give the family a whole nother level of game in this thing. Because he went from that 4/4 album to more of the invisible intelligence thing, right? Cool. But we know Einstein as a scientist, right? But the biggest scientist or the smartest person ever. Cool, right? But Einstein told us straight up, like, look, nigga, this thing is about imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination.
Message.
So I believe Jay-Z is trying to pull off the Great Gatsby energy of Einstein and give y'all to play in his upcoming new album about the imagination. Because he already gave you the physical play, right, in the form of streets. Look, this how you do it, da 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 da. Then he gave you the corporate play in the form of that 444 album. Cool, right? Now he's giving you something a little bit more stranger, something a little bit more challenging that actually moves spirit. You got to think about the Roots Picnic too. What is that? That's a spiritual event, right? So now all of a sudden, Jay is tapping into something else to explain to us in his next coming album, The Imagination.
Message.
Hey, I'm just telling you what it is, and I'm gonna read this book so y'all can really understand what I'm talking about right here, right now. Let me see, where is it at? Let's go straight to Jay-Z. Okay. All right. So I want y'all to hear this because Panic did a fabulous job of breaking this down, and I thought it was genius. And it makes sense to me. And I think Jay-Z picked up on the code and he said, oh, okay, I got it. And he just kept running with it. So it says, to the truly conscious folks who dedicate themselves to the ancient sciences and commit their time to detailed research, Nas' music may have be lacking in terms of providing his audience with higher level information, but in today's rap world, he is like an Einstein. That's Nas for you.
Message.
Y'all know I'm funny with this thing. Watch this. In today's rap world, Nas is like an Einstein. If you were someone or represented some group of people who seek to control the money in music, you would need ignorance to reign supreme for you to act out your agenda. It is clear this agenda has worked. If for no other reason, for the fact that rap is a multi-billion-dollar system, not for us, the creators, but for them, the corporations. In this degenerated age of rap reality, Nas is telling kids they can be anything they want to be. This is in a time where Jay-Z makes continuous songs about how he sold drugs and how he was especially good at it. I would say Nas would be someone to fear, or at least someone to raise an eyebrow to, based upon the current state of his music and the level of consciousness he brings to such an ignorant society.
Message.
So if you look at it, and what Panic is basically saying is Nas, especially back in them times in the 90s, Nas was essentially Hey Rue and Jay-Z was set, right? And essentially what happened, and I'm going to read some more so y'all can really understand what's happening. Essentially in this big picture thing, right? You're influenced by the TV, by the movies, by the social media. You feel me? And influence is power. So you have one thought. When you can make millions of people think a certain thought, then that becomes a field, an energy field, just like how they do with these holidays, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, whatever, right? And that energy field creates influence, which then makes you go out and buy.
Message.
So now all of a sudden, the influence is reigning supreme in your purchasing power. So what Jay-Z is doing masterfully, especially in this new age of distraction and, you know what I'm saying, the look away play, right, is essentially he's garnering all attention right now. So then he can sell y'all his album when it does come out, and he can catch that number one spot that he's seeking to catch over Drake. So he's using Drake so once he heard Drake say his name, he said, got him, coach. He couldn't wait. He said, oh, bet. You feel me? Now, magnify that with the blue moon energy, because this is all mental magic power. Magnify that with the blue moon energy. This nigga Jay-Z come out with an album. His shit, first week numbers is going to look absolutely amazing. Especially, so, you know what I'm saying? And that's a braggadocious thing to say, look, nigga, your Iceman did this. I got all them numbers in one album.
Message.
Stay over there in that club. You know what I'm saying? We over here doing another thing. You feel me? Just tell you what it is. So Nas is basically trying to save people, right? This is back in the 90s. Jay-Z was like, look, nigga, this is how you sell a brick. This is how you do this, da-da-da-da. I had a whole da-da-da, you know, that whole Jay-Z thing. The question now becomes, how do you shut him down without bringing awareness to the fact that it would be an obvious attack on Nas? If it was done straight out, it may cause people to say things like he was personally attacked because he is a positive rapper with a message. They tried it first with Jay-Z by having Jay-Z call Nas out at the Summer Jam. He did it in such an arrogant way that you can just feel he thought Nas had no credible reply for him. The problem was that Nas replied and embarrassed Jay-Z with Ether. All of this took place in the early 2000s. Since Jay-Z's attempt did not shut Nas down, they went at him subconsciously in The Wire in the late 2000s. So they were saying they been had a play for Nas and taking out Nas. And you know, Nas is kind of looked at and revered as, you know, the greatest rapper alive. I think you know, a lot of that stuff is based off of the New York bias, because, you know what I'm saying, I got some rappers for your ass in the H, and Scarface is still alive, straight up. But, you know, that's a thing that we got to understand to the core. Like, they're using their images and their likenesses to tap into your imagination, right? And your imagination is you creating a narrative, a story in your own mind's eye. You feel me? So Jay-Z is pulling it off greatly in so many different facets and way of expressing who he wants to be now. You feel me? Okay, let me read this part real quick so y'all can understand what the true candle magic is and how candle magic absolutely affects your being. Let's talk about candle magic first. Oh, wait, hold on. I could name many more things about this show, but let's get down to how Nas fits into the ritual and how you can tell it's a form of magic they are doing. Okay, so we're getting to the magic with let's talk about candle magic first. This is from the great Bible, the origins of occult civilization, and you can still get the book on occultlectures.com. Occultlectures.com. Khadija, my fairy godmother, yes, tell her Dream sent you. Still has the book. She's sending them out, and she's sending them out way faster than Panic ever did. I'm just telling you what it is. The herb packs, all of that. Occultlectures.com. Put it in the site or put it in Google, occultlectures.com. Let's talk about candle magic first. When you light a candle, you're putting your wish into the world of the unseen. The fire from the flame burns in the astral realm and acts as a pathway for your intent to return to the physical world in manifestation form. This is all imagination we're still talking about, right? Cool. Astral, imagination, fourth dimension. It's you seeing pictures in your mind's eye, right? Your first eye, your mind's eye. You feel me? And these pictures are telling a story that you're creating, essentially. The fire from the flame burns in the astral realm and acts as a pathway for your intent to return to the physical world in manifested form. For example, let's say you need certain items for rituals, a coin, a stone, a feather, etc. You get the candle in the appropriate color for the ritual, let's say green for money, and you dress the candle with an oil blend to enhance its manifestation power. As you dress the candle with the oil, you charge it with intent. When you light the wick, the fire is the light you send up into the astral realms to make it happen. All of this works because of the flame's movement. Now, because of the flame movement, the flickering of the flame, you're going into alpha, theta, delta state. That's the states of mind that put you into more prime programming states to change your energy about you, right? To impact your subconscious mind, which is your cosmic computer. All of this works because of the flame's movement. When you focus on the flame, your brain goes into alpha state. Your consciousness changes and goes into a meditative state. Okay, that's when you're becoming the thing, right? The expression of the thing that you're seeing in your mind eye, right? Cool. Therefore, you're programming yourself with your desired intentions. Now, here we go. This is the main part. Listen carefully. Movies and TV shows are forms of candle magic as well.
Message.
Movies and TV shows and social media and the Roots Picnic show forms are forms of candle magic as well. They are nothing more than light images altering your consciousness. You are in a light matrix. Here's a test for you. When you watch TV, look at it as if it were a candle. Quiet your mind and focus on the images. You'll begin to notice that you are going into a trance-like state and your feelings and emotions may start going all over the place.
Message.
We just finished that show. What was that show called? Nemesis. Nemesis, that good bad show. God damn, Nemesis. I can't believe they're gonna have a part 2. Whatever, cool. And essentially, what they were showing was good and bad, right or wrong. Is you're the nemesis in yourself. So you're the good guy and the bad guy all at once. Because essentially, the cop, he was, I'm a upstanding citizen, but he had, egoic, low level intentions. Like he just had to get these people so bad. Like that shit trash, nigga. Like, God damn, go home to your wife. Then y'all seen the end of that Nemesis? That nigga. The wife, I'm like, hold on, dog. That's some funny shit. See, y'all gotta watch the magic, the candle magic. The wife ends up at old dude's door. Hey, I know y'all was laughing at that part. Nigga, the wife ends up at the other black dude that she dated in college door. And look, that nigga said, I can't remember her name. He said, "What you doing?" He looked around and said, "What you doing here? Come on in here, girl." I was like, God damn. Then the funny thing is that nigga start giving her shots. I don't know what's wrong with my man. You need this. I'm like, oh, this show is funny, nigga. Damn, y'all seen that scene? That shit was hilarious. Me and D-Ray was laughing. Nigga start giving him shots. She's, you need this so you can you don't worry about it. I'm like, damn, he then the nigga so cold. That's like his man, his enemy, but they social or whatever. That nigga was trying to hit his chick. He said, I'ma hit this. Fuck what he talking about, nigga. They trying to save kids and everything together. Still hit. They trying to save his son together. The nigga still hit his wife. Damn, it's a cold world out here, boy. I said, God damn. That is hilarious, nigga. That show is funny. Nemesis on Netflix. I got some other funny shows on Netflix too for your ass. Quiet your mind and focus on the images. You'll begin to notice that you are going into a trance-like state, and your feelings and emotions may start going all over the place. This is because you have quieted your conscious mind and it is projecting images to you in the form of light through the TV set or a movie projector. Is nothing more than candle magic. Is nothing more than candle magic, putting you into the alpha, damn near theta state, right? to program your subconscious mind to believe a certain narrative.
Message.
So, for instance, right, they have a ritual that you could do where you see your mind movies. It's called mind movies in the book. I think it's in one of them Joe Dispenza books, mind movies, right? And then they also got it in creative visualization with Ophel. Creative visualization with Ophel, yeah, where you basically seeing like pictures. You see your pictures over and over and over again, right? In your mind on the screen, right? So let's say you make a PowerPoint and you just create pictures over and over and over again and see yourself in winning positions. So, like with the AI nowadays, you can create your own mind movies and watch your own movie and turn up on your destination.
Message.
Hey, I can read it again. This is because you have quieted your conscious mind and it is projecting images to you in the form of light through the TV set or a movie projector. It's nothing more than candle magic. Images projected through light. And you know, these false light, it's a false light and a real light, right? The false light is this fake astral realm that we're seeing over and over and over again with our phones, these computer screens, the TV, all of that. And they create a false light narrative. A narrative is a story carrying out to impregnate your subconscious mind with an idea. So that's the news, that's social media giving you all these black agenda things, right? And a lot of that is by design. So y'all are thinking y'all are seeing people put out particular things, but it's the powers that be are putting out to create an egregor spirit for you to believe that you shouldn't be in a relationship. And again, what happens is the minions catch those memes or whatever those ideas are, and they make videos of it. So that's why I said all that conspiracy theory shit, that shit is trash, because again, you're just doing their bidding for their agenda. You are going to transition out of here, this earth realm. This illusionary realm is for play, for fun. If you didn't have the influence field of the TV, the social media, right, then you'll be influenced by your environment, whatever that energy is speaking to you now. So you got to think, if you were in a tribe that just lifted weights, then shit, you'll be strong than a motherfucker in this hole. You feel me? If you was in a tribe that was just natural hunters and all they did was hunt, then you'll be goddamn Tarzan. Bows and arrows and shit, or guns and stuff like that. You feel me? So you got to understand, you're just being influenced by this false light narrative we call in the TV, and the real light, or the real way to influence yourself, is to do the candle magic for yourself and watch your own light movies in your head.
Message.
Gotta understand that to the core. Same way when you light your candle, the image in your mind that you want to manifest is used as a means of projection. The camera light flickers and so does your candle fire. Same concept. The images captured on film are projected with light to your mind. Saying that, we can now say movies and TVs are a form of candle magic or programming. Each image is a wish, and this would explain why they exploit you outright or subconsciously in 95% of TV shows and movies. They understand, even if you do not, that it is all about programming or an unconscious or subliminal level. In fact, they even call TV shows programs, because you are being programmed and do not even know it. So we should know we should now understand why they stereotypically kill black people over and over again in damn near every movie you see. Clearly, this is a form of magic.
Message.
Shout out to the pan. Shout out to the pan. Let me read this last thing I wanted to share with the family real quick. So understand that, right? That candle magic is a thing. Now, Panic got a whole thing on the Hollywood agenda and all of that stuff, and he even rated the the guys absolutely a mess. But you know, what I'm saying, I get it. He just did it for whatever. Now, so we understand that Jay-Z is using basically candle magic for the social media agenda that he's about to pull off in the form of him giving us an album that's going to influence or influence you to buy in the field, right? When millions of people are thinking something, it becomes a field, and that field becomes energy, and that energy becomes your influence. That influence becomes the game, the real game. So a lot of times what you're seeing is psychological attacks or I'm not going to call it spiritual attacks because I don't think Jay-Z is on that particular level, but the psychological aspect of it, the 48 laws of power, the 50th law, all them Robert Greene books and all these psychology books and the power, how to win friends and influence others and all of them books, right? All of them psychological books, all of those. And, psychological books are still aspects of spiritual books when you really break it down. But all of those are part of the game down here. And you just got to understand it to the core because, again, it's not about what somebody is saying more so than how they're making you feel. How they're making you feel is influencing a field. And I'm going to go deeper into that on Wise Wednesday when we dive deep into the Patreon on Wise Wednesday. Okay, wait, where was I at? Okay, look at this. Check this out. I know most would say, so what they are just acting? Indeed, the conscious mind sees it that way. The subconscious mind remembers everything and dictates your reality. If you continually see or view a damaging image or behavior of a person or people, then it becomes your new reality. So much so that it will even supersede your rational logic of that person or people. This is what anyone who's controlling the ritual would hope for, to leave a subconscious impression. A subconscious impression.
Message.
My bad, y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about. Dr. Lakeith. Hey, that boy looked out that door. She came to the door. He said, "Girl, what you doing here, girl? Come on in." He didn't hesitate. Nigga, then all of a sudden you seen him giving her shots. You like, oh, this thing is going to end up bad. Then they start kissing. Then the next scene you see him in a robe making breakfast. And after he hit, he damn near was like, yeah, nigga, I'm done with you. I was like, hell nah. Oh shit, his wife got kidnapped and everything. Hey, that show, hey, that's some funny shit. I mean, again, the nemesis is you. You feel me? The nemesis is you. And I think Panic talked about something like that where now he didn't talk about that aspect of it before. All right, let's keep it rolling. This is what subconscious impression, your logical mind, as I pointed out, already says, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we understand the subconscious mind and the impression of all of this stuff, right? Now, so I'm telling you that Jay-Z is pulling off a mastermind move to create an album that leads more into the imagination Einstein is known for, I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. So you got to look at the statement clearly and effortlessly, right? It's basically telling you like, hey, what you can see in your mind's eye, what you can see yourself as, you will become. Now, the key is, like I was telling y'all earlier, for this Juno month, repetition. There's no other way around it, family. You're going to have, and the repetition has to be formed in systems. And I'll go so far as to creating a system for yourself to say, okay, during 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm doing this. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., I'm doing this. And see, it's easy, but it's not simple. It sounds easy, like, yeah, okay, I'll create a system, but following that system is not simple. So you're going to have to pick buckets of things that you can put into your system that you will carry out. And when you carry it out, don't worry about the results. Just watch the miracle happen, because again, your mind, right, is saying to yourself, if I carry out this system, I'll be this. So just like I was telling y'all with the lucky socks, boom, you carry out that system, you will be this, right? Then it doesn't have no choice but to work, because that's the bigger ritual at hand.
Message.
Cause and effect. For every cause, there has to be an effect. So the effect is based off of what you believe in your mind the effect should be. So that's how this thing works. And another aspect of it, which I'm going to go into on Wise Wednesday, is sacrifice. Sacrifice. And what happens when you sacrifice? Don't worry, I'm going to go into that Wise Wednesday, baby. Yeah, y'all stay tuned for that, baby. You know what it is. You know Dream got the code.
Sorry about you.
All right. So yeah, Einstein is this. Now, I can't make it up. Jay-Z doing his concert at that in New York during the finals, and New York is in the finals since 1999. Both same teams made it to the finals, right? Since 1999, that is no coincidence, right? Now, the two biggest stars, both. So San Antonio, and last time the Knicks was in the finals, they were playing San Antonio. So we're damn near in a goddamn deja vu thing or some goddamn. Both of the two stars, the alien and Brunson, which is another alien, because some of these shots that he makes is absolutely magic. God damn. They both wear the number ones. They have ones, right? And we know that 1 or 11 is actually a mirror, and it's a reflection of something out of this world, right? And 1 is the first star to sparkle light, right? It's you being Heru, you know, the one, Neo, the one, Jet Li, the one. Go see the one again with Jet Li. So you are the one, right? And essentially, you being the one, you have to look at yourself being the one as nothing else matters but me. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, because y'all giving so much of your heart away to others because you know, whatever, right? But that's the bottom part of your heart chakra, to have compassion and love for others, right? Which is the human shit, which is your lower 3 chakras. When you get to the upper part of your heart chakra, it's about you. You, the one, which is Neo, the one. So that means it kind of sounds selfish, right? But essentially, You don't have no time to give more energy to people in the form of force, which is the earth 3 chakras. The only way you give to people is from a powerful state, which is the upper half of the heart chakra. And us being in this 6 month, 6 equals sex, 6 is the heart chakra, the triangle pointing up, triangle pointing down, right? Essentially, you got to understand that you need to focus on your one goal driven mission, whatever that might be, and just do it for you. See, a lot of this stuff is based off of like literally channeling into one thing and focusing on that because you love it. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. Me, D Ray, Brother Yosef, Roderick. Tomorrow, you're gonna see it. We're gonna all share all the links or whatever on Yosef channel, Billy Carson channel, D Ray's channel, and our New Love Life channel. So I'm gonna be on that channel so y'all can follow us on the New Love Life channel. And again, let me share that picture. God dang, because it's happening. You feel me? 88 Lionsgate. And sure enough, you know Dream is coming for the gusto. 88 Lionsgate. 88 Lionsgate. Do I got a picture? Yeah. Boom. 88 Lionsgate, August 8th. Come pull up. Fuck with the family. We in the building. We are in the building. 88 Lionsgate. Get out with the family. And this is basically a social networking event. You know what I'm saying? We want people to, find friends, right? Before you become lovers, you got to be friends. And I think that's an important notion for us to understand to the core. So one of the aspects of friendships is to be able to find like-minded individuals that's in your field, that's in your particular field of influence. And with us being kind of spiritual leaders in this thing, right? Essentially what we're doing is putting together people to just be in the field. So we're going to have a good time, family. Y'all know what time it is. Come on out and fuck with the gods. All right, getting back to New York state of mind. So yeah, the one is you. The one is you. And you are the one. You are the one, Neo. So this series is going to tell us a lot about where the world is going. I'm not going to tell y'all who I think is going to win yet, but you just got to remember that you're alien to this world. You're alien to this world, and in you being alien to this world, it means you're out of this world completely. And New York got such a grimy, such a human nature to it, even though they have a spiritual side, because you have to have both polarities. There's still an energy there that a lot of New Yorkers carry that you can see, right? We basically see the energy that some of these New Yorkers carry in their essence. See, like down south, we got this Southern hospitality thing, and it's just a natural energy for us to love on others. New York, they got this kind of, dog eat dog, grimy, concrete jungle thing, mindset that can influence the world in a particular way, right? This bravado type of thing, right? This I got it, I know it. You feel me? San Antonio, if you ever been to San Antonio, that shit is really family oriented, very beautiful weather. And it's right up the street from Houston, but it's something different about the energy there. And you can feel it. And remember, these cities do have energy signatures on it. So it's going to tell us a lot. And with this alien dude coming into the fold, see, this is the thing about Wemby. When I'm watching the games, I don't think the nigga can hoop. I'm just being honest. And that's saying a lot for the greatest player in the world. But that nigga don't got no moves. He got to catch lobs. and he could shoot the three. Let that nigga have been 6'11". That nigga would have been nothing but goddamn. He ain't been goddamn Matt Bullard in this bitch. This nigga shoot threes and catch lobs. I'm like, this nigga really don't got no moves. He really can't create his own move. And it's not his fault. He's just tall than a bitch, right? But on the defensive end, yeah, he's doing his thing. Offensively, that nigga really cooked. And I'm talking about trash. Straight up and down. He shoot that thing. Don't get me wrong. He'll hit that three. But that's the thing he got. That's why he's the number one. He got that courage. You feel me? He talking shit in his French voice. He talking shit and everything. But the nigga really don't got that shit like that. You feel me? He really can't. I'm looking at him against Hartenstein. I'm like, get by him. Nigga, you gotta pass that bitch. He can't, and I get it. The nigga tall, he lanky. His bones will break. God damn. And so I'm gonna tell y'all who I got soon, man. But it should be a good series and is gonna dictate a lot about a particular energy. One thing I did want to mention is this Jackson verdict video is coming out on Netflix on Wednesday. And I see the play and I just have to mention it. They threw in this Eddie Murphy Lifetime Achievement Awards, right, thing. And you remember Eddie Murphy was in Michael Jackson's Remember the Times video. So Netflix is doing a lot of candle magic as well, influencing minds in a particular way. Now the verdict, see, this is what I'm saying. When you say don't think of an elephant, you think of an elephant. So them using Michael Jackson as a way to kill off his divine energy is absolutely asinine. And I can see the play and I'm watching it. Because all that, that whole child molestation thing is an egregor spirit that they're trying to put on his jacket. It's the same thing when you think about Drake. That's why Drake didn't want that on his jacket, because he knew the candle magic with the TV and stuff. So I'm just telling y'all, we got to watch all of this stuff and kind of look at it with a keen eye and say, all right, why would you put out this when Mike's been hitting the charts and blowing up the charts, even if the movie was bad? Shit, Mike is a bad dude in the astral realms, and we just got to understand that to the core. Nonetheless, they can't stop the rain, and as long as you know that Mike is a real angel that can help you, just jam Michael Jackson music and then ask him for assistance in play in Never Neverland and imagination. Essentially, Mike will come through with some information. You got to jam Mike music, and you got to be true at heart, because he's not going to fuck with you if you're not really true to finding a creative endeavor. So if you're having a problem being creative, right, go outside, sit by a tree, and jam Michael Jackson music. Trust me, nigga, you're going to get channels and downloads on the next move you got to make. Now, when we're talking about if you're going to tap into that move, that Heru, hey, that's up to you. And again, as God, you got the power to say yes or no. So again, you're going to have to receive that channel and run the play when Mike comes through with the information.
Message.
Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir, man. Esoteric Mondays. Wise Wednesday this Wednesday. I'm going to keep on going deeper into the fold. I'm going to go into sacrifice and some of what Panic's speaking on in this book again. To manifest your reality accordingly. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon, man. I'll see y'all soon. That Invisible album came out 2001. It was the album the label was not trying to push. Absolutely, Titus. Absolutely. And that Blueprint album came out on 9/11, right? So this nigga Jay-Z might be goddamn this nigga Jay-Z might be goddamn time traveling for real. Straight up and down. Yes, sir, family. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace to the gods.